The following presentation has been closed captioned.
Welcome to Walt Disney World Inside Out. The weekly show that keeps you up to date and takes you behind the scenes at Walt Disney World. With your hosts, Brian Leary, George Foreman, and J.D. Roth. This week, coming to you from Walt Disney World in Florida and the opening weekend of Disney's latest vacation experience.
Hi, I'm Brian Leary.
And I'm J.D. Roth. Welcome to another edition of Inside Out.
And I'm even stoked today because we're checking into a brand new Disney World resort, the Disney Institute.
Right in the center of Walt Disney World in Florida, they've spent the last 5 years creating a whole new resort adventure where you can do the things you've always dreamed of doing. The Disney Institute is not only a place where you can learn and explore. You're going to be doing it side by side with some of the top celebrities and experts from around the world.
This weekend alone, we'll sit in on a songwriter's workshop with Amy Grant, a poetry reading with James Earl Jones,
Siskel and Ebert hosting a discussion with award-winning director Martin Scorsese, a visit with Disney chairman Michael Eisner, and you never know who else might show up.
And speaking of celebrities, we've got our very own, our co-host, the champ, Mr. George Foreman.
I'm going to be at the Disney Institute where the real champs hang out. Isn't that right?
You got that right, George.
Oh.
Oh.
You know, Bree,
Yeah?
nothing but the best for you, door-to-door service.
That's why I love you, J.D.
Welcome to the
Hey.
Disney Institute.
How are you?
You staying with us this weekend?
Absolutely.
Very good. These are your itineraries,
Very
all
cool.
the programs you signed up for.
All right, we're all yours.
Very good. We'll take care of your bags. All you have to do is just go and have a great time.
Thanks a lot, Randy.
See you on the
Thank
way.
you. Can't you guys just feel the excitement? This is going to be a big weekend.
Oh, yeah, people are coming from all over the world for this weekend's opening ceremony.
Well, look at this. Looks like we've got a pretty busy day ahead of us.
Yeah, you keep looking. See, I don't need to look because I'm already scheduled. I got the sketch. I'll see you at lunch.
You got the sketch? Lunch? Wait a minute. Didn't I sign up for lunch, Randy? Didn't I sign up for lunch?
I think the most unique aspect of the Institute is that it exists. I don't think anybody's ever done anything like this for the regular consumer. There are think tanks and there are places for, certain highly intellectual college professors or industry leaders, but there's not a place where anybody can go and learn to do, topiary, or learn to do cooking, or learn to rock climb, or learn to do canoeing, or learn to do a character voice or animate or design a building and do it with their whole family and do it with other families and have a good time doing it.
We're going to get ready to do what we call kitchen aerobics. Are you ready? All right, let's grab our rolling pins on the count of 2. Ready? And 1, and 2, and 1, and 2.
The idea is to really connect with people. And I think you need to exert a lot of energy and have a lot of fun. So we get them going right from the very beginning. So they're awake, we got their attention, we captivate the audience. That's what it's about.
All right, here we go. Everybody now, start marching around the room and burn some calories. Let's go this way. All righty.
he started off with a great Disney song. He had everybody go through these little exercises and just loosen up and get into the fun part of it, which was you're not here to learn and be instructed. You're here to have a great time.
Doctor, look, we got a doctor here. Nice and sanitary, that's great.
A typical vacation, you're just kind of laying on a lounge chair, and here you get to do different things and learn things that you can take back home and have some fun with.
Take a look at this. That smells good, doesn't it? Oh, got a little steamy?
What we're gonna do is learn to eat healthy without sacrificing flavor. That is the key to healthy cooking.
We can cook a portobello mushroom that tastes just like a piece of meat and not have all of that fat that comes from meat.
Oh, boy. This is how much fat you eat in a year's time. 50 pounds of fat. Oh, my gosh. That's a lot of fat. Where does it all go? I don't know.
You just learn so fast. Before you know it, you're done. You suddenly realize you made something. We cooked like 4 or 5 different things, and it was all easy.
Sometimes seafood is considered to not be so good for you. But you know what? Most of the cholesterol we find in seafood is what we put on it.
And what do they call this part?
That's called the zest.
And what do you use the zest for?
The zest has a lot of flavor in it and can be used instead of using salt in your diet.
Hey, what are you doing cooking, Al?
Love it.
Huh?
I'm learning.
Oh, are you any good?
No. Don't tell anyone, no, yeah.
But are you having a good time?
Great, great.
We have a very healthy, low-fat pasta dish, and what's amazing is to eat it and to taste that I actually cooked this. It tastes like something I would get out of a fine restaurant.
We would like to end this meal today, this healthy meal, on this note.
I can cook.
Throughout the day, Disney Institute guests are invited to enjoy performances of top artists from all over the world. This afternoon, it's a poetry reading with one of my favorite actors, James Earl Jones.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more.
It's a wonderful thing for both the creative people, the artists and actors and writers and so on, but it's also for the audience, for the public.
Any other questions?
Do you have a personal favorite role, both on the stage and on screen?
The great question. I like them all. They all give me a chance to learn the craft better, to make a living. I even like commercials. They treat me very well, and in fact, those commercials pay me better than any movie or play I've ever done. It's a whole program dedicated to artists and residents. It's a great advantage. Thank you very much.
This is the Disney Institute Sports and Fitness Center. 38,000 square feet of state-of-the-art workout equipment. They've got everything you need to get toned and really pumped. And that's just what I plan to do.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Brian Leary.
Bree, I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm here for my total body experience.
It's kind of a full-day program.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go to the ladies' locker room, and we'll get you all set up.
Okay, and then begin my pampering, right?
Begin your pampering if you're ready.
It's part of my job. This feels great, Jewel. I feel fitter already. This is quite a workout. I bet that JD is just, wasting time, lounging around the pool.
Look out, Blue.
This is tough. Whoosh. I suppose you could do that massage thing again, could you?
JD, you're flashing this thing. We're gonna go.
Well, this has been grueling, but you know what they say. No pain, no gain. Lou Selena, I think my temples could use a little bit more of a rub. Okay, thank you.
It's a curious thing. Let's go back to the Performance Center, where Amy Grant, one of music's top talents, is heading up a songwriting workshop.
Let me tell you about a kid I knew, fudgy girl back in school. She had crazy hair and geeky glasses, object of ridicule. The other day in the checkout line, they were ringing up my rice and beans. There she was, just a pretty little face on the cover of a magazine. And I said, life is a curious thing, yeah. Life is a curious thing.
What I really appreciate about the Institute is that they're making so many fields of specialty accessible to somebody that's never had the time to invest in that.
The Lord sure knows I tried.
It's like a summer camp for grown-ups. You know, it's just all this great creative stuff.
I'll tell you this, that what it is seldom what it seems. And life is a curious thing. Life is a curious thing.
When you do the same show every night, you know, and it's all perfect, it can tend to get kind of boring. But everything's a wild card here, and that makes it really, really fun.
It's a curious thing.
Okay, who am I kidding? I'm no photographer. I'm a co-host. I don't know what an f-stop is. I'm not even sure how to zoom or if this camera has film in it. That's why I'm here at the Disney Institute, getting ready to take outdoor photography. You think they can make a photographer out of me? Huh, we'll see.
Welcome to Outdoor Photography. My name is Tracy Mack. I'm going to be the instructor today. Things we're going to talk about today are the art of seeing and how no two people see alike. We're also going to talk about light and how light is really the essence of photography. Also composition. Most of us have center of the frame syndrome. We put our subjects right in the center of the frame. So we're going to talk about some ways that you can get your subject out of the center of the frame and make pictures that are just more visually interesting. M is for manual focus. The S and the C are for autofocus. Everyone see that? People say autofocus. Well, it focuses for me then. You still need to tell it what you're going to focus on.
I guess I'm ready. Think. But the coolest thing about this class is you get to put what you learn to work out in nature. Tracy's taking us about 20 minutes into the countryside where she's picked a picture-perfect spot. And what are we going to be shooting?
Well, for starters, you see the osprey over there landing on her nest?
Oh, yeah.
Focus. Is everybody getting all set and ready?
I took 2 pictures already without knowing it.
Well, you don't need to hold that halfway down because you're manually focusing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the thing that's really helped the most is to have the instruction and then to be able to go out there and try it yourself. Yeah, that's the best way to learn.
Okay, let's duel.
Okay.
How's it coming? Are you getting anything good?
Oh, great.
Yeah?
I tell you, I'm going to go into new business, new field.
Really?
Yes, this is great.
Be sure not to use all of your film up. We'll probably get some alligators as well, okay?
The instructors have been excellent. Give you an idea of how to really see the picture instead of just take a picture.
Perhaps you want to have the nest with the bird on the top of the frame. Just a different way to look at it.
I like to get my feet dirty, and I like to get my hands dirty and get hands-on time, you know, doing some of this stuff. Instructors are good. The settings are good. They really give you a lot of help.
Does anybody else want the 500? Okay, is everybody ready? I want everyone to get set and ready to go. You need to focus. You need to move this and focus.
Oh, wow. That thing's pretty powerful.
Is everybody all ready?
Okay, so now I'm ready. I mean, I'm not a professional, but I think I know what I'm doing. I'm working on my depth of field. I'm working on my composition. I know exactly how to focus, exactly how to zoom in.
Okay, here she comes, here she comes. She's coming, seriously, there, seriously. You got her, you got her.
Oh, except for the film. Anyone have any film? 1 second.
The Disney Institute isn't just for grown-ups. They have programs here for the whole family, for kids and heavyweight champions of all ages.
And as the flames die down and the embers glow, it's a good time for a story from a long time ago. Long ago, there were two very good animal friends who lived in the wild together. They were Poof, the dog and Rawr, the jackal.
This is David Novak, the master storyteller here at the Disney Institute. He's teaching a program called puppet telling.
They did everything together. They would hunt together. And they were best friends for the longest time in this way. But then winter came, and they started getting cold and hungry. And every night they had to go to sleep colder and hungrier. And about this time, Dog started to complain. You know the way dogs do? What's it now? And if you speak jackal, you'll know that he's saying, Dog, where are you? One of the first things you want to do with a puppet is you want to give that puppet your life. The word animate is to give life to. I'm giving life to a little puppet. So you're animating. We're all animators today. Everybody hold up your hands like that. Now you've got one too. Now there's a number of things that we do, that I was doing, to make this little dog come alive. And have him look around. Look up the room. Now look at you. Yeah. Look at somebody near you and now have it say hello. Give it a voice. Hello. Okay. All right, well, now that we've starting to develop a sense of personality now with our little puppet, it's time for dressing our puppet up. Because, you know, your hand is a hand of 1,000 faces. We're going to go now backstage and start dressing up our puppets. Ready? Storytelling is about imagination. It's about what you bring to the table here. And my hand becomes an effective puppet, I hope, to help me tell the story.
For me, this is the most fun part. I get to be creative, to express myself, to let out my inner puppet. Hi, Mrs. Fist. And Mr. Fist.
First thing, Jordan, is try to pick a voice that's not so much like your own.
Oh.
That'll help the audience know when you're talking and when the puppet is talking, right? Then the second thing is, what kind of attitude does Mr. Fist have? What kind of character is it? Wimpy? No, not me. Muy macho tough guy?
Yeah, I prefer that kind of voice. The thing I love most about the Disney Institute is you get to take home all the exciting things you've learned. Me, I'm taking home Mr. Fist. Say goodbye, Mr. Fist. Mr. Fist, you've been a bad puppet. Say you're sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Over at the cinema, Siskel and Ebert are hosting a tribute to Martin Scorsese. This evening with one of the world's best directors is the first of 6 filmmaking workshops presented by the Disney Institute and the American Film Institute.
Where I come from, people are very expressive, you know. And I don't say my family was violent, but there was violence all around us. And there was always the threat of violence. And things could escalate. And, you know, in the street, things were a certain way, you know. And my father would point out, my father grew up very tough in the 20s and 30s. And he said, he used to tell me, he said, there's only a certain amount of words, then you have to pick up a bat.
For me, education has always been a very important part of filmmaking. And my feeling is that anything like this is something that has to be supported for guests here at Disney World to hear us. You never know what young person out there might be interested in making film. You never know what word will lead them to be a writer or be an actor. I don't know. This is quite an opportunity for people, for education, really.
Wells showed the camera. He showed the angle. And he made it seem that you could do anything. You could do anything, you know? And as long as you knew which lenses to use and how to light, you see? Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know how to light. I was never very strong with lighting because I grew up on the Lower East Side. There was no lights. I'm serious. I always took it to Steven Spielberg, and he has these great suns coming down. He said, from Phoenix, Arizona. He was in the desert. Of course he's going to see the sun. I saw nothing. Nothing. It's true. And I always wonder why I can't light a scene.
You know, Spielberg told Gene once that the master image in all of his work
The master image is from Close Encounters, a little boy opening the door and light pouring in.
Yeah, that light is
In your case, the master image is probably the kid shutting the door.
Shutting the door. Oh, too much light. What is that?
You can see what's going on.
What the hell was that? Yeah.
One of the things that I really keenly feel is that I would like to go back to school. I think a lot of adults have that feeling, that maybe college was wasted at the time, because now I would like to be in college. I would like to be taking classes. And so I think the Disney Institute feels the same way and kind of feeds that hunger.
In March, Epcot celebrates country with some of today's top country and bluegrass performers. And Pleasure Island celebrates the green with authentic Irish music and lots of St. Patrick's Day fun. Over at the Magic Kingdom, put on your Easter bonnet as Mickey, Minnie, Roger Rabbit, and Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny celebrate the holiday tradition of the Walt Disney World Happy Easter Parade.
Welcome to the dedication ceremonies of the Disney Institute, featuring the Florida Mass Choir and Devonta Simmons.
So the dedication ceremony is over, but the Disney Institute is just getting started.
Yeah, we want to thank the very special, talented, and awesome people who helped make this show.
Oh, and this weekend.
Oh, yeah, so very special. Thanks.
We also want to thank our special co-host, George Foreman. Thanks for going the distance with us, champ.
And I'm going to do it again next week. Be there.
Listen, I'd love to stay here and chat with you, JD, but I got a computer animation class scheduled.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I think I have a French body polish. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, my little petite escargot.
Oh, thank you. We'll see you next time, guys.
See you next time.
For your free copy of our vacation planning video and a complete calendar of Walt Disney World events, call us at 1-800-222-7452. Accommodations provided by the Disney Institute.
If you have any questions or comments or just want to talk to us a little bit, write us at Inside Out, P.O. Box 10,000, 1675, Buena Vista Drive, Suite 505, Lake Buena Vista, Florida, 32830. Or you can visit us online at www.disneychannel.com.